Hey everybody, and welcome to day two or night two of my Halloween 2025 movie marathon, where every day of the month I plan on watching one horror movie and additionally one Godzilla movie because I don't want to just have a Godzilla centric month. Yeah, this one's a little bit late. Tuesdays and Thursdays are kind of busy for me, so those will be the days where I screw up the most. But yeah, let's just get right into it. First up, I watched this crazy Italian horror movie called the oh god no Paganini horror. You can kind of see that. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, there's a chair behind me. Anyway, Paganini horror is a wild ride. It's like a cheesy Italian slasher kind of thing where this like run of the mill rock band is they've lost their groove, and so one of the bandmates ends up making a deal with basically the devil, and they get some ancient music, and then they play the music, and they're shooting like a horror themed music video at this house. Paganini is this old violinist, and they got some of his music, so they went to his house. And then they're like, "Oh my gosh, this house is cursed." And then they start dying in extremely silly, over the top ways with this like crazy bad lightning effect. Um, it's really cool in how bad it is. Like it's one of those things. So if you like cheesy, it's great. But yeah, and then they just keep dying in increasingly strange ways. They keep trying to get out of the situation. They keep failing to get out of the situation. It's all really weirdly dubbed. I think it's one of those Italian movies where they had a bunch of people speaking a bunch of different languages, and in order to just get around it, they just had them speak their native tongue, and then they just dubbed over everybody. So none of the dialogue matches people's mouths. Frankly, when people are playing the violin, it doesn't even match because I don't think, I mean, like, I don't think they even bother getting people who could play the violin. Could be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, so at the end of it, it turns out that they're all just stuck in this one lady's personal hell, and yeah, that's it. They're just reliving this horrible night over and over again. Except that doesn't seem to be the case. It only seems like one of them is reliving the night, and the rest of them are just like extra victims because the devil's kind of like weird and inconsistent. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing a great job of describing this movie, but it is all right, and I think it's worth a watch, especially if you like cheesy, like this felt like a '70s movie to me, but apparently it was made in '89. But I mean, just look at that poster. Look at that fucking. Look at that. Look at. There. Yeah. Don't break the illusion of the camera cutting off. Look at that guy up there at the very top that I can't point to. Paganini, he's great. I want to hang out with him. He seems like a really good guy. He'll stab you. Anyway, next up for Godzilla, I watched the second Godzilla movie. Crazy. Godzilla raids again. And wow, this movie is choppy. I personally believe the original Godzilla from 1954 is a really good movie with a lot of cool stuff going for it. And this feels kind of cash grabby. At the beginning of the movie, they just basically say straight out, this is a different Godzilla, and no one seems to be like bothered by the fact of the potential of more than one Godzilla. I feel like that'd be a really big deal. There's also another dinosaur, Anguirus. He's kind of like a little, like, he's basically just like a dog. He just runs around. The actor in the suit doesn't have arms to use, so he can't really emote very well. So essentially, the whole time, anytime there's a close up of Anguirus, he just like that's all he does is circle his head around. It's very adorable. About halfway through the movie, Godzilla just kills him, and nobody really cares. And then he goes away, and the movie just kind of awkwardly restarts with more just like human nonsense. And then they run into Godzilla again, and then they freeze him. I don't know. It's a really, really choppy movie. Major step down. I think the thing that's going to get me through these early Godzilla movies is threefold. First of all, the miniature work is just adorable. I really, really like it. I wish there was more movies made with miniatures and just like giant stomping around on them. I'd actually really like a full Godzilla movie that was just from like the miniature scale. I don't know how you do that, but I think that'd be really fun to watch. And then secondly, these dudes in rubber suits just like having to splash around in the ocean. I just feel like props to them because I feel like that'd be really uncomfortable, and it was also definitely ruining the suits. But like they just dive straight into the water sometimes, and just seeing them like goofing around in these big ass suits, they're funny. And finally, I think just like getting to see old Japan Just seeing these like 1950s eras islands and lands is pretty neat. I think those are the things keep me going through this because yeah, early Godzilla past the first one is pretty cheesy, and I don't know. There's probably some value there, but this one wasn't really that great. So a little bit of a middling day for me, but you know, I would recommend Paganini horror if you like weirdo slashers. And if you're like me and just trying to go through all the Godzilla films, Raids Again is not like the worst thing ever. Definitely got sidetracked and was scrolling on my phone through some of it, but didn't really miss much either. But yeah, so that'll do it for day 2. Stay spooky and stay safe, everybody.